What's up, YouTube? Promise Keeper. And it is pretty well the end of summer. Maybe I should have done this sooner, but here it is. I have a Delonghi Pinguino portable air conditioning unit. The unit works great, puts out tons of cold air. We do have pretty well a 700 square foot space, but it's a little walled off. If you are using a big open room and a little bit of air movement from a fan, I think you'll be really happy with what you get from this. We needed it to offset the 30-year-old air conditioner that just wasn't cutting it on our 90-degree days. So what I'm going to show you right now is what I had to rig up in order to use the air vent kit, the window vent kit that is, that comes with this fairly expensive air conditioning unit. It does not look exactly like what's pictured. My windows also don't look exactly like what's pictured. If you are like my house and, well, anyone else I know with vinyl windows, these will not work for you. So what I came up with is what you see here. This is part of what's included with the unit itself. The problem they have with this design, and it is different from the other things I've seen, is you have no extra room to insert this behind the lip at the bottom of your vinyl window. And not only that, but when you have this nonsense, how can you seal the gap to keep the hot air out and the cold air in? It just didn't work. There was no way I was going to put up with the draft created from what they gave me. So what you see is the very simple and quick, cheap fix. Well, it's cheap if you've already got some wood and this aluminum insulation. I don't think you would want to go with anything deeper than a 1/4 inch. Depending on your window style, maybe you can get by with half. But this was just thick enough to wedge in between the track for my vinyl windows, and I was able to securely attach it to the vinyl vent kit with just some simple 1 inch, 3/4 inch, if you can get away with it, drywall screws. And it's probably better if you're using a thin board to go with a coarse thread. The plywood is cut in 2 pieces simply because one whole piece will not wedge into between the window frame correctly. And then once you've attached the actual insulation, it's flexible enough that you can cut it, slide it right in to fit. There was no draft whatsoever. This being the outside face, painted with kills to just kind of seal it from the elements. With this in and my very dark window screens pulled down, you really couldn't tell from the street we had a portable air conditioning unit. So if we take this, pretend it's installed, this thicker portion would be the bottom in my case. I got a little ahead of myself taking the dimensions, and I almost broke that top bit that's left. So leave a little more meat on the bone. You can see there's overlap on the top, in the bottom, and on the sides, and it worked extremely well. So with this slid in, pull your window down on top, so it has to press up against your insulation. From the inside, we line this up as best as we can get it. Not that it's going to matter out here. We've got the little bit of foam they included on the sides. You can use your hand with the openings, obviously, to keep tension on it, but just a couple of screws wherever you see fit. And this thing was sealed just as tight as my front door. So if you're looking at one of these, or you've already bought one and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? It's falling out of the window. This was my solution. So thanks for watching. Good luck and stay out of the heat.